The shiny new RV you just signed a 15-year loan on is already breaking. Not in 3 years. Not in 5. Right now, while it's still parked in your driveway, while the trim is still tight and the floor still feels solid under your boots, components inside that rig are quietly failing. The industry that sold it to you knows. They have known for more than a decade. They built that knowledge into the warranty paperwork buried under the contract, into the dealer service department's 6-month repair backlog, into the forced arbitration clauses, into the non-disclosure agreements that buyback victims have to sign before Winnebago hands them a check. Federal investigators are sniffing around. Class action lawyers are circling Berkshire Hathaway, Thor, and Winnebago by name. Owners are filming the inside of their rigs falling apart and uploading the videos by the thousand. None of that has slowed the production line in Elkhart, Indiana, where the vast majority of America's RVs are stapled, glued, and screwed together every single day, because the math still works in the manufacturer's favor. It does not work in yours. 5 things are already breaking inside your new RV. You may not see all of them yet. You will. And by the time you do, the warranty window will be closed, the dealer will be backlogged into next year, and the repair bill will be sitting on your kitchen table. Number 1. The slide-out seals are leaking, and the water is already inside the walls. Slide-outs are the single biggest selling feature on the modern RV lot. The thing every salesman walks you to first because they make a small box feel like a real living room. They are also the single biggest failure point in the entire vehicle. The slide box exterior seal is supposed to keep weather out when that giant mechanical room extends, but a federal class action filed against Grand Design RV in Florida's Middle District alleges the seal on the Imagine Travel trailer has been quietly failing for years through ordinary use. The named plaintiff in Goretsky versus Grand Design noticed pink discoloration on his floor less than a year after purchase. The dealer told him it was flooring glue. By the next visit, it was a saturated floor, active water intrusion, mold damage, and a compromised slide box seal that should never have failed on a vehicle that new. ServPro deep cleaned the rig at the manufacturer's expense. The mold came back. They cleaned it again. It came back again. The suit alleges Grand Design knew about the defect and pushed superficial repairs designed to hide the problem until the limited warranty quietly ran out, then strictly denied any further coverage. Forest River, Heartland, Jayco, Keystone, Lemon law firms report the exact same slide leak pattern in every major brand within a single month of intake calls. This is not a Grand Design problem. This is the industry. And right now, behind your slide, the seal is doing exactly the same thing the lawsuit is about. That is point 1. Point 2 is worse. Number 2, the roof is already leaking, and you will not see it until the ceiling stains. New buyers find holes in roofs. That is not a typo, and it is not exaggeration. Lemon law attorneys handling Jayco, Keystone, and Forest River cases report owners discovering literal holes in the roofs and floors of brand new units, often surrounded by rust where water has been working since the unit sat on the dealer lot. The roof on the average mass-market RV is a thin rubber or TPO membrane stapled and glued over lauan plywood, with every vent, antenna, AC shroud, refrigerator vent, and skylight cut through it, and sealed with a single bead of self-leveling caulk that the manufacturer expects you, the owner, to re-inspect every 3 months for the life of the rig. Read the Grand Design 1-year base warranty carefully, and you'll find the language in black and white. If you want any warranty coverage related to seals or sealant, you must provide documentation acceptable to the warrantor confirming completion of seal inspections every 3 months and maintenance annually. Miss one inspection, you have no claim. The roof was engineered to be your problem from day one. By the time water shows up as a ceiling stain or a soft spot in the wall, the lauan has been wet for months, the wood is rotting, the staples holding the sidewall to the frame are losing grip, the slide topper is sagging, and the repair quote starts at $5,000 and climbs from there. You bought a roof you have to baby like a newborn. The dealer never mentioned that on the walkthrough. And what comes next is the reveal the industry does not want you to see. Number 3, the box of your RV is already separating from the frame underneath it, and manufacturer is paying people to keep quiet about it. This is the one that should make you sit down. NHTSA opened preliminary evaluation PE2 4029 in a Grand Design Momentum and Solitude fifth wheels across model years 2017 through 2023, a population of roughly 55,000 887 units. The agency received 23 complaints describing what owners and the federal regulator call frame flex, excessive vertical movement at the upper deck that has caused cargo and entry doors to swing open while in transit, slides to extend themselves while going down the highway, and at least one reported injury. Grand Design's own engineers acknowledged in writing to NHTSA that the flex can produce moving sidewalls, damage to cabinets, and binding doors. Lippert, the supplier that builds the majority of RV frames in this country at a clip of roughly 1,000 frames a day, told the same regulator the deformation may extend all the way back to the front axle. Then it gets uglier. A class action filed by the firm Whites and Luxembourg in April 2025 against Winnebago and Grand Design accuses both companies of knowingly selling defective RVs, prioritizing profits over safety, suppressing negative online reviews, and silencing customers with non-disclosure agreements that exchange buybacks and repairs for the owner's promise to never speak about the defect publicly. Read that again. The corporation that built the rig is paying its own victims to stay silent while continuing to sell the same product to you. The signs of it are showing inside your unit right now. Doors that bind, trim popping loose, a floor that feels uneven where it did not last month, cabinet faces no longer flush. The lawsuit calls Winnebago's new 5-year retroactive frame warranty close to worthless because the only place that will repair the frame is the Grand Design factory in Indiana, and towing a frame flex unit to Indiana is the thing that finishes it off. That is your situation, mapped out for you in a federal court filing the industry hopes you will never read. And if you think that one is the worst, the next one can kill your family. Number 4. The wiring inside your rig is a fire waiting to happen, and your family has roughly 10 minutes if it lights up. A federal class action filed in Montana against Forest River, the Berkshire Hathaway-owned manufacturer that builds more RV brands than any other company in America, alleged that 2002 through 2022 model year Forest River fifth wheels were built with wiring between the tow vehicle's 7-way junction box and the RV battery that lacked basic overcurrent protection. No fuse, no breaker. If that wire shorts, it overheats. If it overheats, it ignites. The suit cites the National Fire Protection Association's standard for RVs, NFPA 1192, which Forest River allegedly violated, and quotes a figure that should freeze every owner reading this. In the event of a fire, a Forest River fifth wheel can be engulfed in flames in 10 minutes or less. The named plaintiff was leaving a campground with his family in a 2019 Forest River Puma when his battery charging wire shorted, burned, and ignited. The same Forest River was hit with a $35 million civil penalty in 2015 over wiring-related safety violations and missed recall reporting, a paper trail with the federal government documenting exactly this kind of pattern. The corporation owns Coachman, Cherokee, Cardinal, Sabre, Wildwood, Salem, and dozens of other badges parked on every lot in the country. They were wired by the same vendor universe, on the same production lines, with the same incentive to save a few cents of copper and skip the breaker. Camping World's May 2026 NHTSA recall summary added another twist. Holiday Rambler, Fleetwood, Flair, Fortis, and Bounder motorhomes whose furnaces send a phantom electrical signal that starts the generator on its own. A carbon monoxide death risk the manufacturer is now patching after the fact with a relay harness. You will not see any of this until you smell smoke. By then the rig is gone, and so is everything in it. There's one more. Number 5. The plumbing, the water heater, and every appliance bolted into your rig are failing on a schedule the dealer hopes you will not notice until the warranty closes. Modern RVs are plumbed in PX tubing with crimped or push-fit fittings tucked behind every cabinet and under every dinette. They are installed fast, often by line workers. A national dealer conference panel described as guys you can tell have been on the job for just a week, in plants that cannot retain workers and cannot do the service after the sale. The fittings work themselves loose. The freshwater tanks crack at the seams under overpressurization. The wastewater tanks weep at their connections. Camping World's May 2026 recall summary flagged 2026 Integra Condor and Jayco Granite Ridge motorhomes for water heaters built without the tempering mixing valve installed, meaning the hot water of the tap can hit 175 degrees and burn skin on first contact. Refrigerators fail, awnings tear, roof AC condensation drains clog, and dump water onto your bed in the middle of the night. Lemon law firms see complaints across Jayco, Airstream, and Forest River for refrigerator, toilet, awning, generator, water heater, radio, and speaker defects within the first 12 months of ownership. Now here's the trap. Every one of those components is excluded from the manufacturer's base warranty under the line that reads, in the Grand Design document specifically, defects in any products, materials, or labor covered by a separate warranty from the original manufacturer of any part, including but not limited to tires, batteries, generators, appliances, and electronic entertainment equipment, are not covered. Translation: the brand on the side of your RV warranties, almost nothing actually inside it. You are chasing a dozen separate component vendors, each with their own paperwork, their own claim window, their own runaround. The Lemon Law Playbook documents exactly what comes next. Ignore your calls, deny responsibility, call the defect cosmetic, delay until the clock runs out, and pressure you to take the rig back before the repair is finished. That is the system, by design. Here is what the industry will not say out loud. Every defect you just heard about is known. Every one is documented in federal investigations, in active class action filings, in transcripts of dealer panels held in closed conference rooms, in Lemon Law intake files, and in tens of thousands of owner forum posts going back more than a decade. Every one is built into a warranty designed to hand you the bag the moment something actually fails. Every one is rolled out of plants in Elkhart, Indiana under production deadlines so aggressive that one dealer on a national conference call described what was arriving on his lot as some of the worst stuff he had seen in 30 years. You did not buy a vehicle. You bought a depreciating maintenance contract with a sleeping compartment bolted on top. The people who understand that walk into a dealership and walk back out with their checkbooks still closed. Then go look at a used unit from before the consolidation era. Back when the frame was overbuilt, the roof was simpler, the workforce was experienced, and the brand on the door actually owned the failure when something broke. The people who don't understand it sign the loan, drive it home, and start the slow process of finding out which of these 5 things breaks first. The clock started the day you handed over the down payment. Subscribe if you want to keep hearing what the dealership wants.